The Skeeter Bass Jams television show is heading south across the border to Mexico for the 3rd annual International Challenge, where the 12 top teams from the Carne Carreta Tournament Trail and 12 top teams from the Skeeter Bass Jams Tournament Trail face off for an international challenge worth bragging rights and over $20,000 in cash and prizes. Year 1 went to Team Mexico, who took home top honors by a 4-pound margin. Year 2, Team USA came back with vengeance, winning by over 80 pounds. Year 3, well, it's shaping up to be a battle of international proportions. Well, it's year 3 of the International Challenge, Mexico versus USA. Pedro Soares, of course, you've met him before. He's been on our show. The president of Carne Carreta, the Rod and Reel Tournament Trail. You guys won one. We won one. This is a big year.
You bet. And remember, this is a Challengers Cup. The country that wins it 3 years, not in a row necessarily, is going to keep the big cup.
The big cup. So the big cup is on the line.
Yeah, this is just the beginning.
This is going to be an incredible event because not only is there a lot of money on the line, but there is a lot of honor on the line. What have you guys done this year to prepare to come back and give us a great challenge?
Well, we bought a lot of tequila this time. No, not kidding. I'm kidding. No, we really prepared, and we caught the best 12 fishermen of our trail to meet with the best 12 fishermen of Bass Champs.
I got to tell you, the first year we came down here, year number 1, we totally underestimated the Mexican teams. Of course, year 2, we came back with vengeance. So now that it's year 3, what do you think the weights are going to have to be to win this cup?
I cannot tell you. I cannot answer your question because this lake is surprising everybody, turning out weights bigger and bigger. And since we have the 24th best teams in perhaps North America fishing this lake in the next 2 days, I am not man enough to pronounce a weight. I cannot answer your question.
Well, I got to tell you, we're looking for big bass, big 5-inch fish stringers, and a lot of incredible fishing right here. The 3rd annual International Challenge, USA versus Mexico. I'm ready for an exciting event.
Look at that. That is a 25-pounder in the boat. That's big. That's number 5. 2 liters right there, guys. Hold them up real quick. Oh, golly. Oh, my gosh.
The Skeeter Bass Champs television show is brought to you by Skeeter Boats, engineered like no other. Yamaha Outboards, reliability starts here. Progressive Insurance, it's about you and it's about time. And Dodge Trucks, making the most out of every mile. Home of the Dodge Mega Bass Tournament, 1 truck every hour. At the International Challenge first meeting, year 1, Team Mexico defeated Team USA by only 4 pounds. Year 2, Team USA came back with vengeance, winning by a margin of over 80 pounds, led by a record-breaking catch caught by Bass Champs team Chad Potts and Jeff Welch.
3rd year International Challenge down here, Sugar Lake. Incredible lake. We've been excited all year long to get here, obviously. We don't ever get to fish, so this is a great trip for us. Last year, Jeff and I caught, as you know, 40-something pounds, 41 or 2 pounds the first day, and then about 33 or 4 the next day, and which is incredible for both of us. Actually, we're super surprised. This year is going to be, I'm a little nervous about this year. In practice, we got to practice 2 days. Last year, we caught them cranking in the morning, flipping in the late morning and early afternoon. This year, we can't catch a fish flipping, or very few. I don't even know that we're going to be cranking much. I think we're going to be Carolina rigging the whole time. So it's going to be a totally different deal for both of us, but we're super excited, and I think we'll catch a decent bag. I don't think the 40-pound bag is going to happen this year unless we get super lucky.
It's a little different this year. Last year, we cranked for a little while in the morning, caught a couple good fish, and then flipped the rest of the day. And we caught some big fish flipping, real big. And in fact, that was really where most of our big fish came from. This year, the lake's up about 4 or 5 meters here, and the flipping fish have scattered. We've tried to flip for a day and a half, and I don't know. It's tough. It sounds like the deep bite's a little better. We tried that this afternoon, and we're probably going to have to go that way tomorrow. 40 pounds, I don't think so, but you'll see it again here.
Representing the Skeeter Bass Champs Tournament Trail this year are the teams of Chad Potts and Jeff Welch, Mike Kernan and David Weber, Lance Hughes and Scooter Clark, Shane Elmore and Sean Blassingame, Robert Collette and Jessica Walker, Charles Whited and David Waller, Alan Shelton and John McCalmont, Charles Gearhart and David Schulster, Terry Oldham and Jaime Boutron, Kelly Malden and Brian Matter. And rounding out our top 12, Trent Huckabee and this year's team captain, Bubba Harrelson.
Now, as team captain, what do you think each one of our individual teams are going to have to bring in weight-wise to have us in contention to win the Cup this year?
We're hoping that we can average 5 pounds of fish. That'd be 25 pounds a day.
And if we don't get 25 pounds a day, we're not going to be in contention.
Well, we may be in contention, but it'll be pretty dang close. We need to have 25 pounds to have a chance. If we can get over that, I think we can win.
When we return, it's day 1 of the International Challenge, and we're in the boat with last year's winners, Chad Potts and Jeff Welch. Hold on.
Dodge Ram, the longest lasting, most durable line of full-size pickups. And with an available Cummins turbo diesel, Ram is the strongest and cleanest full-size pickup ever, helping you to make the most of every mile.
This is the one that'll win me the tournament. Found her hanging in that tree.
See those rocks? Caught that big boy jigging on top of that pile. Fished that lake for years. Never even knew they were there.
That there is Joe's boat. He had a little accident last summer. We're still catching fish off that boat.
Humminbird's exclusive side imaging sonar gives you a picture-like view of the bottom, so you can see what's really down there. Check it out at sideimaging.com.
We're back for the Skeeter Bass Champs Tournament Trail stop at Sugar Lake, Mexico for the 3rd Annual International Challenge. On the line is over $20,000 in cash and prizes, plus international bragging rights. We're kicking off day 1 action in the boat with last year's winners Chad Potts and Jeff Welch.
It's the 3rd Annual Mexico Bass Champs Fish-Off. We're boat number 1 this morning. It's going to be interesting. Last year, as we talked yesterday, we caught them flipping real well, and we're going to have to go deep this morning to try to see if we can get a bite. And hopefully, if that goes well, we'll get to start flipping and get close to our 40 pounds last year.
Their first stop of the morning is on an underwater point, fishing Berkley 10-inch power worms and Berkley power hogs on Carolina rigs targeting underwater brush. Let's see if they can top last year's record-setting 40-pound stringer.
First morning of practice, we're out on a deep ridge way offshore. It's a hump, and this front side is where the old river flow through here. It drops from about 17 to 30. We fished this only for about 10 minutes the first morning and had a really good success here. I'm not sure what's going to happen today, but we're fixing to find out.
Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready. Mexico bass number 1. 3.5, 4 pounds. Good start. Got it. God, they're mean. Hey, Chad.
Yeah.
I had to feed that fish.
You did?
And you see where the line's at?
Way down his throat?
No.
Where?
Still at the edge of his mouth.
Really?
He's hooked well, but.
Jeff Welch puts the first fish of the competition in the boat. A nice 5-pounder. An excellent start to a 5-fish limit.
Fish?
I don't know.
What's the drag part? Is that the, in the drag?
I don't know if I was on a rock, but it kept feeling heavier and heavier, so I blocked it and set the hook, and that's what happened.
Good go. Good one?
Yeah.
All right, keep them coming.
Yeah.
Take your time. Take your time. Got braid on. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You want me to go back or right here?
No, right here's good. Oh, sorry, dude.
When you knocked my hat into my face, I couldn't see anymore. And the gulp spray on. Put. Sweet.
That's what I'm talking about right there, brother. That's the way we do it.
After missing a good bite, Chad Potts comes back with fish number 2 in the live well. 2 fish at approximately 10 pounds.
Oh, dude, he freaking smacked it, and I thought he'd come back and get it. God, same spot, too.
That's a better cast right over there?
Yeah. I mean, he freaking hammered it.
And you couldn't get a hook set in him?
Mm-mm. Well, he hit it so fast when I was in slack line, I just saw my line bounce.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd let it sit there for a second. He never picked it back up.
Did you feel the bite or just saw the bite?
Well, I felt it and saw it.
Okay. I just like that one right there. Little one. Little. My drag was so loose. Here we're all right. Non-keeper. Pretty though.
Chad and Jeff are fishing Carolina rigs in deep water over a submerged point with brush on it. They're throwing that Carolina rig out and letting the boat drift over the point, drifting that Carolina rig slowly through the brush that is at the top of that point, trying to catch some big fish. The baits they're using today, well, there's 2 of them. They got a Berkley Power Hog on, and one of my favorite baits, probably responsible for more big bass than any other bait made. Well, it's the good old-fashioned Berkley 10-inch Power Worm, an awesome big fish bait. They're using a big 1-ounce weight to give get it to the bottom fast and keep it on the bottom, and a big hook for those big Sugar Lake bass. Now, there's a lot of different ways to fish a Carolina rig, but today, the only way to fish it is on braided line. They're using 80-pound Berkley big game braid. The reason for that is these fish are big. Those brush piles down there are huge, and we want to make sure that we get those big fish in. Fenwick's just come out with a new Elite Series rigging rod that they're using to fish that Carolina rig with, and I tell you, they're looking at hopefully putting another 40 pounds in the boat. We've got more action coming from the International Challenge on Sugar Lake right after this.
When the Skeeter Bass Champs Tournament Trail returns, more international action from Sugar Lake, Mexico. Hold on.
Anything?
I like the way that felt.
You named the net enough.
He's fighting pretty good.
With Progressive, if your boat gets totaled, we'll buy you a brand new one. Go to Progressive.com or visit a local independent agent. Progressive, it's about you and it's about time.
Introducing the I-Class series from Skeeter.
Welcome back to the Skeeter Bass Champs Tournament Trail stop on the International Challenge, Mexico versus USA. We're following day one action with last year's winners Chad Potts and Jeff Welch, who currently have 2 fish in the live well at approximately 10 pounds. They need at least 25 pounds to pull their weight in this team event.
Oh, yeah. Take your time. Take your time. Not quite there.
4-pounder, 5-pounder maybe.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see him. 2-pounder?
Yeah, maybe so. 3-pounder.
We'll take him. None less. 2-pounder.
Golly, fought hard for a little baby.
1.5 pounds.
Jeez almighty. I'm embarrassed.
Me too, for you.
Look at that. That sucker fought like a stud.
And that's fish number 3 for Chad and Jeff, who continue to work a deep point with brush piles, throwing Carolina rig Berkley power hogs and 10-inch power worms.
Keep her down. Not there yet. I gotta get him. I'm not even going. I got one here. Hang on. Hey, how about that for some double action? That was what you call a fire drill. Hey, there's only one issue. I don't like how this outcome came. What? Well, let's just look. You know how in real life I'm skinny and you're fat? Right.
Yeah,
switched
exactly.
today.
Heads up, buddy.
And as the day heats up, so does the fishing on Sugar Lake. Close to finishing off their limit with a double hookup puts this team at about 15 pounds for the day. Now they need to catch a couple of 5-pounders and go for the 40-pound stringer they had last year.
What the heck's he doing? Now, nothing. Now it's time to start calling.
We don't have 5 yet.
That should be 5 right there, shouldn't it? Yeah, that's 5.
You got 3 in the right side?
I don't know.
There's
we
only
had
2
two
in the
good
left
ones.
side.
We had 2 good ones.
Yeah.
And then we just caught 2 together.
Right, that'd make 4.
And what would this be?
5.
And fish number 5 goes in the boat. Not a 5-pounder, but a limit is a limit. And now they can start concentrating on a big bite.
I like the way that felt.
You need the net or not?
Yeah, he's fighting pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Take your time with the more 5. Oh. No, go, Chad, fight. You got him still.
I do?
Yeah. What are you doing?
I thought my bait came up. I thought it came unhooked. I didn't feel him.
Just so you know, that's why we stay in the office. Yeah. Let me just explain to you. He sees his bait pop up on the line.
Well,
no, hang on. His bait pops up 3 feet, and he just stops. I'm sitting there watching this fish with the hook.
I was taking my time.
Chad and Jeff will start culling with that fish. Unofficial weight today is around 18 pounds. Team goal, 25 pounds. So 2 more good culls will put them right at the perfect mark.
Take your time. Nice one, though. Take your time. Yeah, thank you. There you go, dude.
He's better.
Yeah.
And with that fish, Chad and Jeff unofficially hit the 24, 25-pound mark. But a far cry from the 40 pounds they had at this event last year.
Well, it's 1:23. We got to be in by 4 o'clock, so we've got about 2.5 hours left. I think we got about 24, maybe 25 pounds. Far cry from last year. So we've been Carolina rigging all morning long. We came up to our spot where we caught them flipping last year, and hopefully we can call some of these 3 and 4 pounders.
Chad and Jeff have relocated to the area that produced so well for them last year, flipping Berkley power hogs into brush 8 to 10 feet deep.
Oh, the German part? That's pretty neat, isn't it? Good one? Oh, yeah. Keep on. I go. I'm coming. Daddy's here. I'm here. I'm here. Oh, you scare me every time you do that stuff.
When the Skeeter Bass Champs television show returns, we'll wrap up day 1 action on the International Challenge from Sugar Lake, Mexico. Hold on.
All right, end of day 1 of the Bass Champs Mexico Fish Off. Didn't go quite as well as we expected. Maybe 20 pounds. We caught a lot of fish, just didn't get the right bite. Make a few adjustments tomorrow, maybe do a little more cranking in the morning. But really, you know, our spots, there's some big fish around there. We just have to have a little cooperation and maybe a little luck, not lose a fish, but everybody loses a fish. And that's just the way it goes, and having a great time. Looking forward to day 2.
Yamaha raises the bar again with the all-new high-performance VMAX Series 2. First, we built in features that amped up Yamaha's legendary VMAX reliability. Then we added another year to the limited warranty, giving you an impressive 3 years of coverage. VMAX Series 2, a powerful lineup you can trust to deliver durability, fuel economy, and awesome HPDI performance.
Scott Martin, 3 wins this year, and you just nailed down another one. How are you doing it?
Yeah, thanks. I tell you, it's just like my daddy used to say. He'd say, son, never give 100% when you can get by with 50.
The new Maxim Pro, tournament-proven performance with exclusive lift assist, cuts the weight of lifting your motor by 50%. Save your strength for what really counts. Maxim Pro, only from Minn Kota.